guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel if you guys are new here, or welcome back if you guys are always here. My name is Julia, and for today's video I wanted to do an updated what's in my iPhone. iOS 14 just recently came out and I just updated my phone, so I wanted to show you guys how I used iOS 14 and like the new widgets feature to kind of make my phone look a little more aesthetically pleasing. I know that's not what's most important in life, so I just wanted to say that this video is just for fun. It's nothing serious, but I did want to show you guys what is on my iPhone now that I updated it a little bit and rearranged some things. But about my phone, I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max. This is a loopy case and I'll link it below for you guys. It's the white marble one, and then it has the white little loopy. But I really like it and I think it's a great case. I chose the one with a little bit more protection on the sides, so it has like the little bumpers on the edges. My phone is 256 gigs and I absolutely love it. So if you guys want to see what my old phone setup looked like, I'll link both of my old what's in my iPhone videos below in the description box. Enough talking, let's get started. Gonna start screen recording here. Alright, so first we'll start with this screen. This is kind of like the search screen, and if you swipe right, that's where you'll access this. So I added the calendar widget to this screen, and then I have my battery, my calendar, and then I have the weather, a clock, some maps, and then kind of like my productivity and the phone usage feature. I always get those push notifications saying your screen time is up, whatever percent. And then AccuWeather and Snapchat is on the bottom for some reason. I don't think I ever added that, but I think it's always been there. And then on this screen, this is my very first screen, and I didn't customize the apps. I know there is a way that you can do the shortcuts, so you can make each of your app icons custom to whatever you want it to look like, but personally I didn't feel like it was necessary for myself to do that. I didn't think it was practical for how I need to use my phone, the features that I use, so I just decided to keep it that way. But I have seen a bunch of helpful TikToks and YouTube videos on how to customize your app icons with the shortcuts feature, so there are a ton of people who are helpful with that, but I decided not to do that. Maybe in the future I will, if they improve like the shortcuts speed. I know it kind of takes you to the shortcuts app first and then redirects you to the app, but for right now I don't feel like that was necessary for me. So in the upper left hand corner I decided to put the calendar, and with Widgetsmith, that is the app that you want to download if you want these kind of custom widgets. iPhone does have their own, but Widgetsmith is the primary way that you can do that. So I decided to use the cream color. I think it's just something neutral, and it's just a color that I personally enjoy looking at, so it's very basic. But I have the calendar, and then Pinterest. If you guys don't follow me on Pinterest, you definitely should. I just love going on Pinterest. I've had Pinterest since 2011 and I have been obsessed with it ever since then, so go follow me on Pinterest. It's linked down below. I have my camera, and then I have my reminders, which here are my reminders if you cared. And then I have TikTok. I don't ever post on TikTok, so you're not really missing out over there, but I really do like to find little life hacks and business hacks and stuff that are posted on TikTok. I have this app called Motivation. If you search on the App Store just Motivation, you can download that app, and then you can add widgets to your home screen. I think this one changes every half an hour to an hour, so the quote changes constantly whenever you look at it. So this is the quote that is on there right now. So I like the Motivation app. Personally, I just like to have happy quotes put out into my day. And then I have the Photos app, of course. So much fun. I have Snapchat. I really never go on it. I snap my friends like once a day, and then I'm terrible at Snapchat. So sorry if you have ever had a streak with me, because I've probably broken it because I'm awful. And then Safari, I have Facebook. I actually have a Facebook group for any radiology related people, so ultrasound, MRI, CT, X-ray, anything. If you're in one of those modalities and you want to join, a lot of the times we have like conversations about school or jobs and stuff. So if you are in the imaging field and you'd like to be in that Facebook group, I'll link it down below. And then I have my notes app, which I just have a lot of random things on here. I like to keep my target lists and just any little things that I need to jot down, I guess, listed there. I have Instagram, of course. We love a good Instagram post. Another plug to follow me, but if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it is listed below in the description box as well. I've actually been in the process of moving, so I've been kind of bad about posting on there, but usually I post more often, so be sure to follow me on Instagram. And then I decided to add a little picture. I love to travel, of course, and with COVID you can't really travel anywhere recreationally, I guess, but I decided to put a little airplane window picture in the corner there. And then Google Calendar, which I don't really have anything on there, so I don't really know why it's on this screen, but I decided to have all of my apps on the left-hand side here, so like Pinterest and down. I decided to have any of them that have like the white background thing going on the left side, and then if it was like a full solid square, I decided to put it on the right. And then Spotify, which is my music app of choice, and podcasts and stuff. Next, we're gonna go to the next page, and I decided to put a big widget here, and this quote says, "You kind of owe it to yourself to do all the things you've dreamed." So this page is kind of my business page, if you want to even call it that. So this is where I have all my YouTube and Etsy related things. So I'm also crazy, and on this page I have my apps alphabetically organized. So in this edit folder I have all of my photo editing apps. So 𝙗𝙪𝙨𝙨𝙨 is basically where you can like record something and add glittery effects. Unfold, I haven't used this in a very long time, but this is just an app to make like Instagram stories. That's that. PicMonkey, I again don't really use this on my phone. This is more so for when I'm like editing a thumbnail for a YouTube video, but I just have it on my phone. PixArt, this one I use for like the glittery text effect, or not text effect, but the glittery drawing effect. When I used to have my podcast, I would use that more so for my podcast Instagram posts, but I really don't ever even post on there anymore. I've been really bad lately, so I still have the app, but I don't really use it. Afterlight, I haven't used this in forever, but it does have some good features if you're wanting to put like any type of dust effect on your photos. Lightroom is my primary way that I edit my pictures. I have been planning to do a whole video on how I edit my pictures, so that will be coming shortly once I've moved into my new place and stuff. And then I have Photoshop Fix, which like in this picture I had a clip down here that I actually had to edit out because the skirt was huge on me. It was like a binder clip, so I binder clipped my skirt a little bit tighter and I forgot to move it before I took the photo, so I just edited the black little binder clip out. You a catfish, girl. And then I have my Etsy stuff, which if you guys don't know, I have an Etsy shop. I was selling just scrunchies on there, but I'm actually moving to a few more things that I'm gonna add on, which is exciting. So I've kind of rebranded my Etsy shop and it will be launching in the next month, I would say. And then HP Smart is my printer app. I am gonna be making something that is involving my printer, so I have it in my Etsy folder. And then I have Procreate Pocket, which I've been doing some things with, so we won't say too much about that, but I actually have an entire video on how I use Procreate Pocket to kind of doodle. So if you guys want to watch that, I'll link it in the description box as well. Next I have Finance, which is basically just Venmo, PayPal, my credit card app, and then my banking app, so we won't go into that, but I do have a finance folder. And then YouTube, which I just have the YouTube app to watch any videos, and YouTube Studio. If you are a creator on YouTube and you don't have the app, it is very helpful to look at your analytics and everything. When I open the app, it actually does show how much I make on there, so I am not going to show that, but the YouTube Studio app is super helpful. Next I have voice memos, which I sometimes use to record for videos and stuff. I don't do it too often, but it's a nice little app to have. And then I also have Adobe Fill and Sign, so this is if I ever have like a brand contract or something that I need to sign, I have that there. And then I have Anchor, which is actually my podcast app. I don't use this on my phone, but it's nice to just look at my analytics on here as well. So I haven't posted on my podcast in a while, so that is kind of why I just moved the app over to my YouTube folder, but that's that. Also, I did want to say that I do kind of color coordinate my apps. I do usually sort them in like the rainbow order. And then the last widget I have on here is the clock. This is kind of my miscellaneous page. In the top of the screen, I decided to kind of use this as my fitness area. So I have Mind Body, which Mind Body is kind of how you can schedule different workout classes and things of that nature. And then I have the Cycle Bar app, so I can book rides and stuff, schedule rides. The fitness app, which tracks all of my Apple Watch activity. I don't have my Apple Watch on today, so that's why it all says zeros. And the health app, which I think the health app is actually super important to load information onto. You can document in there different medical issues that you may have. You can also designate like emergency contacts. So I have my parents as my emergency contacts. If I were to ever get into a car accident or just I had a medical emergency where someone needed to contact someone, that would be listed in there, and you can access it from the home page without unlocking the phone. I think you can also write in there if you're a donor, your blood type, things of that nature, which you never know what could happen. It's just nice to have filled out if you feel the need to do so. The other widget here in the upper right hand corner, this tracks my Apple Watch steps and how many miles I've walked. Again, not wearing it today. So the next widget is just a photo that I uploaded, and it says focus on the good. And then here we get into all of my miscellaneous apps. So with iOS 14, you can like hide an app. I don't know the correct terminology for it, but you can make an app not appear on your home screens, or you can hide a page entirely. But I decided to keep them here just because I am a creature of habit, and it's hard for me to not have it like physically in front of me, but I know you can search it on this page. But anyway, I have my food folder, which again, I have them all color coordinated. I've said this in past videos, but if you frequent certain restaurants more often than others, you might want to get their rewards apps, because you can get free little goodies every once in a while just for scanning your rewards. So I personally really like to have these apps handy. But in the food folder, I have DoorDash, Caribou Coffee. I love Caribou. I'm from the Midwest, so Caribous are very prevalent around here. Love me some Caribou. But I have Chick-fil-A, Potbelly, which I actually just recently got. Of course, the Starbucks app. That's the one and only way that I ever pay on Starbucks, and I actually have like 450 stars, so I need to start using those because I don't know if they expire. Pancheros, my favorite place ever. I love their burrito bowls, and their tofu is amazing. Chipotle, which Chipotle and I don't really vibe anymore. I don't know. Not a very big Chipotle gal. I would much rather have Pancheros, so I said it. Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's is my favorite. You guys know I am constantly posting about Jimmy John's. Uber Eats, again, similar to DoorDash, and B-Dubs, which we order very often. Next, I have my games folder, which I actually don't even use these very often, but I have Mario Kart on there if I ever were to get bored. And this My Vegas app is kind of funny. I haven't been on here yet today, so it's going to load my daily points, but basically with this app you can play slot machines. I personally don't buy any coins on here. I just think that's a little silly to waste money on that. You basically can get these like VIP points, which is that gold little coin on the top. So you can redeem your rewards for hotel room stays in Las Vegas. You can get discounted room rates and things like that, and free tickets to things, stuff like that, just for playing fake slot machines. So if it could spark a gambling addiction for you, I don't support, but be wise, people. Next is my other folder, which I have my maps, Find My iPhone, Facebook Messenger, which my grandma always sends me stuff on, so it's kind of funny to have Facebook Messenger, and then followers because I'm petty. Next, I have the shop folder, and I have Target, Amazon, Urban Outfitters, Influencer, Ulta, Joann Fabrics, American Eagle, and DSW. Again, you can get different little discounts and stuff if you have apps like this. With Joann's Fabrics, I always use like a 20% off discount every single time I'm there, so it's nice to just have on your phone and handy. Next is my streaming apps, so Netflix and Disney Plus. And then I have travel, which unfortunately I haven't used this in a while, of course. I frequently fly with Delta, but I also have flown with American, United, and Frontier in the past, so I do have their apps. And then I also have Airbnb and Expedia, which I book hotel rooms and obviously Airbnbs with. And then Useful has my Lyft and Uber apps, as well as Setting, Watch, and Translate, which I haven't ever used Translate yet, but it is a new app with iOS 14. And then I have Weather, which I just have AccuWeather to track the weather, of course, and then one of the local news places. This last page is kind of nice because you can put a to-do list on your screen. So instead of going into the app and obviously looking at your to-do list, it can just be right there in front of you. So here's my short little to-do list. This is an app actually, so it's called Memo Widget. You can actually customize the background that shows up on your screen, so you can change any color. So I just chose this little polka dotted one, but you can change it to whatever your heart desires. And then I added another little widget smith. I'm just realizing now that I didn't show my home screen. So again, it is just stars. And then my lock screen is stars, sorry. And my home screen is just white because basic. And then I wanted to show you guys all of my apps that I have on here. I think I have a few hidden, but I'm not entirely sure. But here are all of the apps that I have. I'm not gonna go over all of them, but if you cared to look, I'll just scroll through these. Oh, Care19 Alert. I guess that is like a COVID tracking thing. I don't know. My boss told me to get it, so I did. So here are all of the apps that I have on my phone. I don't know where that one is. I must have hid Luca and Gray by accident. That's supposed to be... Anyway, I'll do that later. And there you have it. So that is everything that I have on my iPhone. Of course, I wanted to be a little more practical with my home screens, keep it kind of simplistic and easy to use, user-friendly, of course. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you guys don't want to miss any future content from me. I do these videos periodically if anything changes on my phone, but nothing will probably change on my phone for a while. But until next time, I'm going to keep my phone pretty much exactly the way that it is. If you guys have any apps that you personally really like to have on your iPhone, comment them down below. I would love to install some more on my phone and just have more apps. The more the merrier. Don't forget to go follow me over on my other socials. They are all listed in the description box. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys very soon in a new video.